Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we are going to be checking out the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Prince Adam as he appears in the new Netflix animated series. So this is pretty cool that we're getting Prince Adam so quick. Obviously, he's the main character in the show, and we see him as Adam probably just as much as He-Man, if not a little more so. And this show did something similar to what the 2000 X series did, and they made Adam, smaller than He-Man. Obviously, He-Man is way bulked up in this new show. So I'm pretty excited that we've got this version of the character in action figure form. Now, of course, he comes in the same style blister card packaging we've seen for all the figures in this line so far, including an image of Adam as he appears in that animated series. On the backside, you can see he does come with the same power sword as He-Man, and he does still have the power attack action features that all the figures in this line have. So let's go and get Prince Adam pulled out of that packaging, and we will get a closer look at him. Alright guys, so we're going to take a look at Prince Adam outside of the packaging. I want to start with the tape measure so you can see he's just a hair over 5 inches tall. Just a hair over 5 inches tall. So he's a little bit shorter than He-Man, just to bring He-Man in here. Obviously, the smallest portion of him is his mass. Obviously He-Man is way more bulked up, but you can see He-Man is about a head taller than Adam as well. So actually I really like that. This definitely has the 2000X vibes to it. We had a smaller Adam in that series as well. I do kind of like the smaller Adam that turns into the buffed out He-Man. So this is pretty cool. And it's a pretty great representation of the way the character appears in the animated series. He spends a lot of time as Adam, so it's pretty cool that they decided to do an action figure representation of that. Good colors on here. He's got his Tiger Tribe shirt on there, so you got like the black stripes on his red shirt. You can see kind of like this bluish hoodie poking out from above and kind of underneath. Now this is really interesting because it looks like there's like some scratching going on the plastic here, and I don't know if that's just like something where it's like messed up or deformed or something, or if that's intentional. You can kind of see it on the shirt too. It's like it's the material that this plastic is like a very soft like plastic, so it's easy to scuff up. So I think that might be scratched up, maybe even just from the sword, from when I was messing with the sword on it earlier. So definitely something to keep an eye out for if that's something that you are concerned with. He's got like these kind of like sleeves that are just over his elbows there, which is pretty cool. So honestly, he looks really, really great. I think the colors look good on this guy. He's nice and clean. And like I said, does a good job of representing the character from the animation. So his articulation is still basic for this line. The head just turns left and right. The arms only move forwards and backwards. We don't have any outwards motion with his arms there. There's nothing at the elbows. The wrists can pivot left and right. Now he does still have the power attack feature that all the figures in this line do, which means you can rock him backwards and he springs forwards for an attack, or we can twist his waist or his midsection there just like the vintage line, and he swings forward for a power punch. He's a little wobbly, and I haven't really had this problem much with this line yet. He's a little wobblier than some of the other figures that I've had. Now, he seems like he's standing fine, but I do worry about that wearing out over time. The legs can move outwards, and they can go forwards and backwards. Nothing at the knees, kind of a squat pose, but we do have swivels at the boots there. And the ankles themselves are also independently articulated, but they just swivel side to side. So it's basic articulation, but it functions pretty well. And aside from the, kind of the wobble there with his action feature, he still feels pretty solid otherwise. Now, he comes with one accessory, which of course, is the Sword of Power. Now, this is pretty cool. I kind of showed this to you already, but there is a little hole on his back, so you can plug the sword onto his back, just like we've seen with He-Man. And you can see it is a big sword, because it's huge in the show when he uses it. But one of the things that's really cool is that it is different from the sword that comes with He-Man. So it looks the same, but it is a smaller sword. Now, this is really cool because in the show, when he transforms into He-Man, the sword also grows. So I think that's a really nice attention to detail. Mattel could have just reused the same sword, but they actually gave us a shrunken down version of it. You can see it's painted slightly different too, where on He-Man's sword, the silver comes all the way down to this middle section, and on Adam's, it's gold in that middle section, so that's interesting. But I still think it's kind of cool that they did the thing where they actually sized it down so that it's the appropriate size, just like in the show. And Adam does get a good grip on the sword there so that he can wield it. Of course, he's only going to be able to do one-handed poses because of the articulation, but we still have an Adam with his power sword. So, and that's about the best you can get him to hold it up. There you go. Pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, it's comparison time. Now, we've had a lot of Prince Adams over the years, so we do need to go ahead and stand this guy alongside the various versions of Prince Adam that have come out. Of course, the vintage one looks just like He-Man, but he's wearing pink and maroon, so, you know, not much of a disguise. But here's the one from the 2002 line that I was talking about, which I feel like this new one is much more like. Of course, we've also got to show him alongside the Masters of the Universe Classics version. And of course, we've even got the Filmation version of that. And Super 7 also did a vintage style Prince Adam in Filmation colors, so we'll throw him in there as well. So there you go, my friends. That is a look at the brand new Netflix series Prince Adam action figure. All in all, I like this guy. I think he's pretty fun. Now, obviously, he's going to be a little less exciting than some of the other characters in the line, but, you know, a lot of people love Prince Adam. I love Prince Adam, and like I said, he spends a lot of time as this character in the show, so I think it's pretty cool that Mattel decided to give us this figure in this line. Now, it makes me wonder if they're going to give us the powered down versions of all the other characters, because Adam is not the only one that transforms in the show. If you've been watching it, you know that. So are we going to get Duncan? Are we going to get Tila? Are we going to get Crass? It'll be really interesting to see if that's something that Mattel plans to do. So this guy is hitting store shelves right now. I actually found mine over at Walmart. So happy hunting, my friends, and until next time.